Hi all you guys, so I am finally back and able to film. As you can hear, my voice is still not quite up to par. I have my beauty lights on, so that's why you kind of see a reflection in my glasses. Today is very casual because I'm still not feeling myself over the Christmas holiday. Unfortunately, over the Christmas holiday, I picked up COVID somewhere and it was not good. Unfortunately, my entire family got it. I don't know, other than, you know, you kind of get a little lax and you think everything's okay and it's not. And unfortunately, we paid a heavy price. I have no idea where I got it from. I know my daughter was very, very sick. My husband was quite sick, but unfortunately I got the worst of it. And I just am not feeling right. Can you two stop, please? This is very casual. This is not like a tutorial. I thought I would just do like a quick get ready with me and just talk about what's been going on. Yeah, I just am not feeling right, like mentally. I don't know how to explain it. I think I was so careful throughout the whole last 2 years of, or well, 2.5 years of like avoiding getting sick and doing my best, and then to pick it up right around the holidays, it was very depressing, and I think that I'm just having a hard time getting over it mentally. So I thought I would just talk about that a little bit and just get ready for the day. So I'm going to just moisturize my face, take off my glasses. It's, like I said, not a tutorial. I don't even know how much of it I can get into frame for you guys. I'm just using the Cetaphil moisturizer today. Take out my nose ring. Yeah, I started to notice that I wasn't feeling right a couple of days before Christmas, and thank goodness I had gotten all of my stuff done, and I knew that that new variant had just come out, so I was wearing my mask obviously and all that, but I just knew I wasn't feeling right, but I wasn't feeling sick yet, and I thought my allergies were like the usual stuff everyone says. My nose was just stuffy and my throat was scratchy. Okay, so I just moisturize, like I said, with this Cetaphil. I will link all of the I'll link all the products I use down below. I am so hard of seeing, like, so excuse me if I'm kind of looking all over in here, but like I said, right before Christmas I started to notice I wasn't feeling well. I thought it was a cold coming on. And then I noticed that I was exhausted. Like, I couldn't even function to keep my eyes open. I'm just using the Fenty Beauty in 185 for foundation today. I actually put a little primer on because my skin is just not happy. So I'm just going to use the e.l.f. putty primer. So I just noticed that I couldn't function. I was so exhausted, and the day after Christmas, my grandparents wanted to come up, and I was like, I'm not feeling too good. But if you knew my grandmother, she just doesn't listen. But I kind of just told her how sick I really was feeling, and by then my family had already been exposed from me, so it didn't even matter about the people I was living with, because we were going to end up having to quarantine for the 2 weeks anyway. But I noticed Sunday I couldn't get off the couch. I was just pure exhaustion like I've never in my entire life have felt. And I knew something was wrong. I thought I was getting the flu, possibly. But it just started to get worse and worse from there. I noticed that my throat was just so on fire, and so it was just so painfully on fire, and I was just so uncomfortable, and my body was just achy. But I'll tell you, the worst of it all was just that exhaustion and the brain fog. Like, I just didn't feel normal at all. I could tell that I was definitely getting sick, but I had my sense of smell, my sense of taste, and I didn't have a fever yet. So the second night, which would have been Monday, I knew I was really sick, and my husband came in and said he was starting to get a scratchy throat, so he had to call work and tell them he wasn't going to be able to come in, and we decided to start quarantining. And it was impossible to get tested because the area we were from, it was just totally impossible. We're so close to Philadelphia, and it was just almost impossible. So we figured we have it till we can get treated like we have it and keep going. My husband ended up taking a test and was negative recently, so he was able to go back to work today, but it's been 3 weeks. But I ended up getting like a really tough case of it. So the first few days I was just sore throat, like really sore throat and horrible sinus infection or sinuses. But then I noticed that I couldn't go up my stairs without being very winded. But I didn't, sorry, I have to look because I can't see. But then I noticed that I started to develop like a wetter cough, not that dry cough everyone describes. Mine was really deep, and it reminded me of when I had childhood asthma. And that's what it kind of reminded me of, is when I would have asthma attacks when I was younger. And then I knew how badly sick I was because I came up the steps one night to shower because I was trying to make sure I showered a hot shower at least at night to like open up my chest and all that. And I knew I was really sick when I came up the stairs, and I was so winded that my feet went numb. And I was like nervous about it. I was like, because these symptoms were so strange. And but the sore throat, I've had tonsillitis, I've had strep throat, I've had it all. And this was the worst sore throat I've ever had in my life. And this is like, now I'm on like week 3 and I still just can't get rid of this nasaliness. I am negative, but I just can't shake it. And like my mental health has gone like, my mental health has been really good for years and years, but right now I'm just struggling so terribly with it. I don't know if it's because my Christmas was kind of messed up and all that, or if this is part of it. I just noticed that I can't, do you know that feeling of like, I know my foundation never matches, guys, it just never is going to. It's never going to, and I'm not somebody who cares enough. I wear my hair down that it's okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I just feel like, someone might understand this, like, you know that, and like when you have like that doom, like something's gonna happen, that's just like how I feel, just like guilty or sad. I don't know if I feel guilty because Christmas got so messed up. I don't know. I don't know. Stop it. Right, so then I start to like think I'm feeling better. So I'm going to use a little of the Instant Age Rewind. I do need a little concealer because although I slept probably 16 hours a day, it felt like, my body just feels exhausted. So I had sore throat, sinuses. Thank God I didn't get the headache like other people did. The body aches were horrible. I had a little fever for a couple days, but that broke luckily. No headache, sorry. Body aches, brain fog, that was horrible. And I don't know if maybe that's kind of sent me into like this, like a little bit of anxiety because I just feel disconnected a little bit from myself. So I don't know if like maybe because of the brain fog kind of messing with my mental health a little bit kind of threw me off. I'm just going in with that cheap Maybelline powder that I love. It's the only thing that doesn't itch my eyes, and just kind of setting the wet. I have to use powder. So I wonder if the brain fog is kind of what threw off my mental health a little bit. I just feel very disconnected from everything, and I don't like that feeling. And then I lost my appetite completely. I lost about 10 to 12 pounds in less than 2 weeks, which I know is not good. I just couldn't eat. I was hungry, but nothing was appealing. I was like ready to throw up about everything, but I wasn't like sick to my stomach. I don't know how to explain it. And then it was so strange because like a week in, so about 7 days into all of this mess, I lost my taste and smell. Oh my God, I thought I got off scot-free. Thank God I didn't get the one where everyone is smelling like onions and trash and smoke. That I didn't get, thank God, but I did lose my sense of smell and taste. Like I said, this is not a tutorial. This is just me getting ready real fast for the day. And I think that threw me off too, because I'm used to getting up, getting ready, and I couldn't even get off the couch to function, to put on makeup. Your nails are hurting me, honey. And that's a big part of like who I am. So it was really just difficult. But I lost my sense of taste and smell, but not in like, it's strange to me. Like, my husband's like, oh, haven't you ever done that when you had a cold or something? I was like, yeah, but this is not the same. It's like, you know what you're eating. So it almost feels like you should be tasting it. And I could taste, it was strange. Like, I could smell it for the first second it was in my mouth, and then it would be disappeared. And then I couldn't taste it all for the rest of the meal. Or like, I could smell it for a split second and then it was gone. I could taste super, super salty foods, like pickles I was able to eat and taste. And I'm not like a huge fan of pickles, so, but like it was very strange. So I lost my appetite completely, and then I ended up losing quite a bit of weight, which under other circumstances, I would have been thrilled, but I just don't know. And then I told my husband a couple days ago, I think I'm gonna wait till everything kind of calms down, and if I'm not feeling myself, I'm just gonna go get a checkup and make sure I'm okay. I know I am, I just, for my own good. And it ended up being that not only did I have COVID, my grandparents had it, my daughter had it, my sister had it, my aunt had it, my entire family ended up having it. And we all got it from different places, because we didn't see each other over the holidays this year because of everything. And then I was just using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 112 Natural Ivory, and I'm just resetting the remainder of my face. Yeah, so, and then every person I know in my life had it, friends. I definitely have a different perspective on a lot of things with all of this. I never questioned that COVID wasn't as serious. I've never been that person that questioned the seriousness of it. I just realize how scary it is, especially since my uncle's ex-wife's new husband passed away a week before I got it from COVID, and he was 48, no underlying health issues. I'm just going to use my Tarte Pro Glow palette for bronzer. Never had health issues. He left behind 2 teenagers. Very frightening to get it right around the same time. So yes, I'm not somebody who is taking any of this crap lightly. It is very scary. And I hope if anybody out there is ill right now and you just come across this, that you are doing well and health in this new year. And it, like, I think I had so many plans for the new year. So like, I think starting it off kind of freaked me out, not feeling well. I also have an underlying health issue. I have nothing serious, but since I was a young girl, I had asthma. I grew out of it. It was childhood asthma. And then I was diagnosed with tachycardia. So my heart races. I've been on the same medication. It's called metoprolol or Toprol XL. It's a blood pressure medication. I've been on it on the same exact dose since I was like 16 years old, and it's always controlled my heart rate. And I often get like little palpitations, nothing serious. I've only had like one like scary episode in years and years. However, that's the thing that scared me the most, was my heart was racing terribly. And it's the first time I've ever taken an extra half of my medication in years, and I was scared that I was going to have to go up to the emergency room, and with how severe other people were, I didn't want to, you know, take that spot from somebody who might be much more worse than I was. So I took my medication and I just slept. But the heart racing was very scary with all of this. Sorry again, I can't see you, so I have to get a little close. So yeah, that was scary. So the whole thing just sucked, and I kind of just told my husband, like, I haven't been to my cardiologist in years. I haven't, like, I just got blood work and my blood work was really good, but I just feel like it's time for me to get my health really, really get under control. If this wasn't like a wake-up call, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what would be. Yeah, I'm just want you all to know that I am very sorry if you're going through any of this. I'm going to pop on some eyebrows and we will be back to talk about some things that I'm really excited to start in the new year. Again, this is not a tutorial. I'm just putting on my everyday makeup for you guys, and I wanted to chat because I missed you all so much. You guys had such sweet, sweet comments for me, and you don't know how important they were to me. I was reading and responding as best as I could. I know some people knew I wasn't feeling well and wished me well, and it really made me feel excuse me, it made me feel really wonderful. So I'm going to put on my eyebrows because I could either be here for 5 minutes or 15, so I'm not going to bore you. I do have a little routine on how I do it, so I will link that below, and we will be back in about 5 minutes. No time for you. Okay, so I am done with my brows. I just used my Anastasia brow powder, and I'm going to move on to just a small amount of eyeshadow, something super simple. I don't know where this sun glare is coming from. Let me try to fix that. Gilly, come on, bud. I don't know if that helps. I'm going to try to work all this out in the new year, trying to get all my lighting fixed, and just trying to bring better quality videos. I'm going to invest in a really good camera. I have the Canon Rebel T6, but I don't know how to work it. I should just take a little online class how to, you know, because I know they're like, you can do them and they'll teach you, but I would love one of those little vlogging cameras that flip. But I'm going to get all that. I'm going to get a little monitor. Well, actually, I'm going to get whatever you can to attach to your laptop so I can watch myself. So I really hope to improve with my quality in the new year. Not that it's terrible, but like I would love a little microphone so that you can hear me a little bit better. More professional videos instead of me checking to make sure my dog is and getting into something. But I'm going to get into the Venus 2 palette. I haven't used this in quite some time. I think I'm just going to dig into that beautiful mustard color. I have extremely hooded eyes, so I usually start with the color on my lid and build my way up. I can't tell if my eyebrows are even. I think they are. Now, I have a bad habit of lifting this side of my face often. I want to get Botox this new year. Like I said, I'm just going to dip into this mustard color and just talk to you why I do it. Don't go getting into trouble, mister. So in the new year, I have so many plans. Number one, I want to say this. Did anyone see last night that poor Bob Saget died? Oh, I was so upset. I was so upset to hear about that. I don't know how he passed away, but what a year. First poor Betty White, and now this. Like, how sad. Now, I was born in 87. Excuse me, I'm just wiping off my mirror. Like I said, I cannot see anything to even begin, but as you can see, I am just packing that on my lid to blend it. I'm very sorry. Like I said, I will figure stuff out for the future to have you be able to see me a little bit better. I'm sure if I put this up more, that might help. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out for you guys. So I was born in 87, so I really, not that anybody younger than me or older than me wouldn't have, but like that was something I came home to and I would watch reruns of, because I think the show came out in 85 or 86. I can't really remember. So obviously I was just either wasn't born yet or was an infant, but I did love reruns of it. It was a great show, and that's a shame. I hope nothing like crazy happened. I hope he just maybe fell asleep and passed away. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Just sad. And what a wonderful life Betty White she lived. My great-grandmother on my Hungarian side of the family, she lived to 103, which is pretty incredible, and she was lucky enough to have no health problems. I mean, yeah, of course she had health problems like a normal elderly person, but no dementia, no Alzheimer's. She didn't have any memory problems. She knew who all of us were to the day she passed away. She literally died of old age. Like, what an incredible thing. Like, She used to make me laugh. She would tell me stories about how she would smoke corn stalks. I don't know if that's a thing. She grew up in New Brunswick, New Jersey. She never drove a day in her life. She never had to. My great-grandfather, which would have been my grandpop's dad, obviously was in the Union like my husband, which was incredible. I don't know if he worked out of New Jersey or Philly or New York, I'm not sure, but I don't believe she worked, and it was just incredible. And they had 4 kids, so they had my grandfather, he's the second youngest, and they had the oldest, which was my uncle, then my aunt, and then the youngest, which is my aunt as well. So 2 boys and 2 girls, and they just lived quite a typical, like, middle-class suburban life, but just like living that old and having all of your senses about you is just incredible. And then just dying with your whole family there, to me, is just wonderful. But yeah, when I saw Bob Saget died, I thought that was quite sad. But on to what I feel like this year. I have a lot of plans. One, I'm definitely thinking about doing Botox and no filler for me. No filler for me. I just don't prefer the way it looks. But a little bit of Botox, maybe just to lift this one eyebrow, and a tiny little bit of lip filler just to even out, because I have a very crooked, excuse the foundation, I know it doesn't match, I literally don't care. I have a very crooked, asymmetrical face, not like, it's just very asymmetrical. I don't care too much, except for pictures, so I don't want to sound horrible. I know this is going to sound terrible, but I am very vain. I get it from my great-grandmother. She was too. I just have always wanted to do some type of cosmetic procedure like that, and I think in the new year I'm going to do it, and I'm just excited. And that's all I'm going to touch on that, because I know a lot of people don't prefer that. My anniversary is coming up in March. March 18th, I don't know why I forgot, we'll be married 16 years, so I'm excited for that. As long as, like, everything starts, my husband and I are going to finish up with our vaccinations and all that, and so that we are fully vaccinated and boosted and everything, and then we can travel and everything. But obviously it's like a little sketchy now with me because of everything that happened. I don't know how much I want to do, because we booked something in the summertime, a family thing with other family friends and everything. So I'm just nervous about all that traveling, but we would love to do something for our anniversary. My husband and I, when we first got together, we were so young. Like, I mean, incredibly young. I was just turned 18 for like 2 weeks, and he was in his very early 20s, 21, and we were married right away because we got pregnant, and that's what my mother wanted, and by the grace of God, it worked out for us. We basically, not high school sweethearts, but close enough. And excuse my voice, when we first got together, we were very poor. I mean, dirt poor. Jesus. I mean, so poor that we couldn't even afford anything. I mean, I was on food stamps the first few years of my marriage. I'm not gonna lie, I was. Thank God I had them. So for like the first 7 years of our marriage, we struggled terribly. And my grandfather had a rental property, thank God, and that's where we lived before. That was so we were kind of like leasing to buy eventually, but our financial situation never improved for years. And then I'm gonna say about 10 years ago, yeah, because I guess 6 years we struggled really bad. And then like 10 years ago, my husband got a really, really good job welding, and he just was really, really good at it. He had welded in the past, but he just couldn't catch like a break with a job, and he did awnings. He hung awnings and things like that. So somehow by the grace of God, he got a really good job welding and did really, really good for years. And then the last 2 years, he was able to join the bricklayers union. So we were able to obviously purchase our home, and we are doing much better now, but for years we had nothing. I mean, we were lucky if the food stamps covered for the three of us. I used to get assistance with my utilities, everything, and I was so grateful because we could never have afforded anything at the time. So that being said, we've never ever, we've been on, in, I don't know why we don't, but in all the years that we've been together, we've been on 2 vacations together, and both were Disney, both were family vacations. I'm just gonna dip into this orange a little bit. I'm gonna try to not make this too long for you guys, but I don't want to edit too much. But we went to Disney twice. The first time was for 3 days with my grandmother. My grandparents won a trip to Disney when my grandfather retired, and they gave him money towards a vacation, and that's what we ended up doing. And then in 2015, we had saved for years and was able to fly out my grandparents and my 2 sisters and obviously my family to Disney for a week, which was a wonderful trip. But we have never gone anywhere alone, ever. The only place we ever went alone was to Connecticut. No, sorry. We drove through Connecticut and we went to Boston, Massachusetts for my sister's band competition, but it wasn't like for us, it was for somebody else. So I'm thinking that I would love to surprise him and just take him somewhere for a weekend. He's such a wonderful person. He supports every bit of my craziness. He loves hearing about you guys. I tell him all the sweet comments I get. He likes to read them sometimes, and he's just excited for anything every day. I'm the type of person, like, every other day I'm doing something new. I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to be a veterinarian. And he just listens and knows that I'm just like kind of goofy that way, and just supports all the craziness I do. And never kind of discourages me. He's the only person in my entire life that has always just been there for just me. And we've been through a lot. I mean, things that you couldn't even imagine. Our marriage has been one for the books, if you might want to say that. We definitely have gone through a lot together, and we've just managed to make it out okay. So I would love to surprise him and take him somewhere. We've been playing with the idea of going to Massachusetts. We would love to go there. Or I just don't want to do Florida right now. I just don't. Nothing wrong with Florida. I love Florida so much. I just don't know if I want to go to not Disney, sorry, to Florida. We were supposed to, over the winter, this December, we were supposed to go to Cape Coral, I think, but it just didn't work out. But I would love to just take him for a weekend away, and I'm going to just take a little tiny bit of this, like mauve brown, but we'll see. So that's in March, and I also have been playing with the idea of maybe like changing my career path. I was offered something with doing weddings, makeup for weddings. I just don't know if I'm ready for that yet. And then I was thinking I would love to start a cleaning business. Not so much like just houses, but construction cleaning. Something like that. And again, my husband supports all these crazy ideas, but I really want to maybe just do something important. I just need something new in my life this year. I don't know what yet, so I am just blending my heart out. I don't know what yet, but I would love to start maybe like a little business of some sorts. And I just feel like a little cleaning business where I am, in the area I am, is very, it's not like when I lived down at the shore where it was all summer homes. So there is like permanent residents up here, so it would be much easier to get a clientele going, I assume. And I just think it's something that I'm really going to look into, either doing that or possibly taking up the opportunity to do makeup for weddings. I'm just not sure yet. I would love to do weddings, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot I would be traveling. I would be away from home a lot, but it's something I love. So I'm going to take in my Soft Glam palette just a little bit of Tempura and put it in my inner corner here. So I don't know, a lot of changes this year. That's all I know. This is going to be the year that I decide to change some things. And I'm just excited to actually do it. I say it every year, but I'm going to work on my health, getting to the right doctors, because again, I'm just not feeling myself. But you guys and your comments were so sweet, and it just made me feel much better to read such sweet words from you. Yeah, it was nice. So I am going to just finish up with my eyes, and I will be back when I'm going to do mascara. I'm just going to blend a little bit more. I'm not going to add anything. I don't think I'm going to do any shimmer, but my eye's watering a little bit, probably because I haven't worn makeup in a while. So I'm just going to play with it. Plus, I'm losing my voice a little bit. And when it's time to finish up my face and everything, I will be. Okay, you guys, so I am not going to do eyeliner or anything to my eyes right now because they're just, like, not happy. So I thought I would move on to a little bit of face products. So I did my bronzer. This is one of my favorite blushes. I got this in a BoxyCharm quite a while ago. Not gonna lie, but it's like, it's a blush. I don't know, like, do you really throw out blushes? I mean, I'm not going to. But I use this every day for the last 3 years. It's from Note. It's called Desert Rose. Literally, let me show you this. It's not even, I use it every day, and I use the crap out of it. My sister borrows it. It's just this gorgeous, peachy, neutrally apricot-y color. And I mean, I use a lot. And it doesn't even look like it's been dented. It's so worth it. I should try to look into other colors. This eye is giving me a hard time in the inner corner, so I'm just going to let it sit because it won't hold any color. So I just take this flat Lamar flat top brush, and right now what I'm doing for blush is kind of just keeping it pretty high on the face so my face doesn't look droopy. I went through like a phase where I loved pink, and I go through phases where I'll change it up. So typically this is my color, but every once in a while I'll do like a pink. I used to wear like a purple blush, but it always just looked like my face was dirty. So I've kind of like given up on that. Now every once in a while I'll hit the top of my nose. That was a little too much, but that's okay. So I'll just kind of blend this in. I do like a lot of blush. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big blush person. I haven't set my eyebrows yet, so they're kind of moving and driving me nuts. I try to do that like last in case I need to do any touch-ups to my brow. Yeah, this eye is driving me bananas. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of this color and just bring it in here so it doesn't look so bold there. Okay, so I go back and forth with my eyeliner. I either use the Physicians Formula, which I highly recommend, amazing, and I get the eye boosting waterproof ultra fine liquid, or I'll use my Kat Von D. I find this one to be better than the Kat Von D, and it doesn't dry out, and I can use this for 6 months and it won't dry out. Excuse my voice. Yeah, but not really too much more to really chat about. I just wanted to come back and say hello, and I want to do a lot more fashion videos for you. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this. I'm going to try to do it and talk. So I just sort of start there and I never close my eyes when I do it because I do have hooded eyes. And I just depends on my mood. Sometimes I go straight out. Sometimes I like to go up with an angle. It just depends on what I do that day. So yeah, that's one eye done. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. I just wanted to update you on how I was feeling. Just things like that. I want to do, like I said, some fashion related videos. We're getting into the colder months now where it's getting really cold. Some outfits of the day. Okay, so I'm going to put these away. I want to work on my TikTok a little bit. I don't have a lot of videos on there, but like I just want to do a lot of stuff this year. I don't want to waste any time. I just want to have a lot of fun and do my YouTube videos. If they don't get views, that's okay. I'm not putting any type of pressure on myself. I just want to have fun and really meet some good people on here. It was very nice to know that people cared enough to just say, hey, how you doing? You know, things like that. Just made me feel good. So I love this mascara, this Bang mascara from Benefit. It is good. Expensive, but super duper good. I'll show you a difference with one eye. So yeah, I just have some really fun things I want to do. I want to do, like I said, outfits of the days, outfits of the weeks. Build an outfit with me was a fun idea I thought about. My daughter got so much clothes for Christmas that I thought that would be fun, me styling some of her clothes. Because believe it or not, we do have similar taste, even though she will never admit that. But that would be a lot of fun. Maybe like my husband rates some of my outfits. Right now I'm not like spending too much money, so I don't know how many like hauls I can do. Maybe I could do a little haul in here, get a couple outfit pieces. I just made a huge mess, but this is just basically one coat. Like, what a difference. Now I like super spidery lashes, so don't, I should have let that dry. I'm an idiot, but that's okay. Any videos that you would like to see from me, I would love to do, but I definitely want to start styling outfits, plus size outfits for you guys. Maybe going to dressing rooms and seeing like what's out there right now. Yeah, so anything you guys would like to see from me, I think that's all I'm going to do. But look at how different, you know, that looks. I don't wear lashes daily. I usually reserve them for special occasions because I have naturally pretty nice lashes, so I feel like it's just pointless. So I'm just going to work on this eye and I will be right back. So my mascara is done. This eye is just miserable. It's not happy, so I kind of just wiped off. Oh, my light went off. Just wiped off what, I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden. There we go. So I just wiped off the inner corner and I'm going to let it sit for a second while I finish up the rest of my makeup. So we're just going to get on to some highlight. I don't know what I'm going to use yet. So I'm trying to hurry up for you guys. I don't want to bore you to death too much, but it's just been nice talking. I miss doing this, and I'm excited to start pumping out at least 2 videos a week again. I just was so sick, you guys. I just couldn't do it. So I'm going to use my Ofra Feeling Myself highlighter palette. I'm just going to mix the 3 colors. I just couldn't do it, and it was killing me because I just enjoy it. Even if my videos don't get a lot of views, I just enjoy it. It's just something that I get to do during the day when I'm not working. So I just really love it, and the idea of being so sick was kind of scary. So I'm going to hit the top of my cheekbones, your usual pace, and a tiny bit on the top of my nose. Well, more than a tiny bit. I love this palette. It is incredible. These are so good, so pigmented. If you buy these, I don't think you need anything else. So I'm going to try to put a little in my inner corner, and let's hope for the best here. Now, a really cool trick that I learned with hooded eyes. I was watching, if I can find the video, I'll link it. Her name is Harush. I'm sure everyone watches her or knows who I'm talking about. She said with hooded eyes, when you're doing a shimmer, to do the entire inner corner and like right here. And I've been doing it for years and I love it. And it really works for hooded eyes. I'll link the video for you, but like if you go in here and kind of like do an all over color on the lid and bring up the entirety of the one solid color and then do the inner corner. Maybe I'll do a video if someone was interested in how I do makeup for my hooded eyes. My eyes aren't like super hooded, but they're definitely hooded and they are definitely uneven, so maybe I can show you. But I'm just going to tell you as a disclaimer, I don't follow rules. I don't care. If I like it, I'm going to do it. If it doesn't show up right, I don't do it again. I don't put a lot of, what's the right word? Like pressure on myself about it, because I'm going to do whatever I feel makes me happy. I'm going to set these brows. Yep, that eye is just not having it today. But if you would like to see how I personally do a more glamorous look for my eyes, and I also wear glasses, so I have a lot more to factor in than like the average person does that doesn't wear glasses daily and doesn't have super hooded eyes. But I could definitely just like very casually show you, so it's, you know, I don't have a huge setup or anything. But, you know, for casual and just somebody normal like me who's not like a beauty person, it might be fun. I lost my paper towel. No, I didn't. Here it is. I just need to wipe my eye again. What a shame. So, yeah. And then I have lipstick and that's about it. So, you guys, I was super duper, obviously, besides being so sick, I'm not going to put anything in my waterline. Usually I would do black and everything, but my eyes are too sensitive. I just started to watch, I usually watch reruns. I'm a big, like, somebody who really enjoys reruns. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I'm almost done. I really enjoy reruns. So, I'll catch up on, like, Roseanne. I'll watch that when I'm not feeling well, or I'll watch the same movies over and over again. Or I'll watch shows like when I was younger that my mom and I used to watch just because it brings me comfort, like the Golden Girls or the Parent Trap, things like that. I'm a big creature of habit. I watch the same crap over and over and over. I don't know why I do it. It's just something I've always done. But recently, I don't know if anybody will know this show. I'm just using my typical Milani spice. Do you guys remember the show Blossom from the 90s? Well, it's on Hulu, and I've been watching it, and that's kind of what got me through being sick, between that and the Golden Girls and watching reruns. And then I, of course, the show Law and Order Svu, I've been watching that since I was 12, so probably I probably only missed the first two seasons. I mean, I've seen them, obviously, but I've been watching it the entire 20-some years it's been on. So I caught up on all of those episodes, but oh my God, if you're looking for a funny... Oh, that was easy with me talking. If you're looking for something funny, and I'm just going to use, not that color, Anniversary, I think. Yes. If you're looking for something to put you in a super funny mood and laugh and feel better, Blossom is so funny. So if you are a little younger or maybe just didn't hear about the show before, it's basically about this girl. She starts out in the show as 14, and the dad graduated from Juilliard and he's a musician, and the mom runs away from home to pursue her career. So the dad's raising her older brother, Anthony, who is a recovering drug addict, and that's like the premise of it, like that's his character. Then her middle brother, Joey, who's like a ditz, but he's like super handsome. He's played by Joey Lawrence. And then Blossom's 14, and she's like super funny, and she has her best friend 6, and it just follows the family. I thought Full House was on. They used to be on Hulu or Netflix, but I guess they took them off, which really upset me. I do have Disney Plus, so I can watch Boy Meets World, which I absolutely love, but I watched that when it first came out years and years and years ago. But yeah, Blossom is so funny. So if you're looking for something that's like really cute, even my husband liked it. So that's what we've been kind of watching. My lips are really, really just not having it. I shouldn't even be wearing makeup, to be honest with you. I just am not feeling too great still. I'm trying to get there, you guys. I'm trying to just do things so I don't get stuck in a crazy funk or rut. Where's my nose ring? So I'm gonna stick my glasses on, make sure everything is even, fix my hair. Brows are as good as it's gonna get. Man, that eye is driving me bananas. And then I have to go and check my crock pot because I am making chicken stew for dinner. Let's take this hair down. My hair is a couple days old, so it might not look the best. So I just did a little dry shampoo in my hair this morning. I just pull it forward. It's just old curls. So yeah. Just stick this behind my ear for today. Maybe set my chin a little more because I know that's going to make somebody crazy that it doesn't match. But you can see, you know, you can't really see in real life, and I don't even care. If someone's that crazy to say something to me, then shame on them. I would never go up to someone and be like, hey, ma'am, your foundation's too dark. But I know there's people that would. I've had weird things said to me, trust me. So yeah, this is just the overall makeup without my glasses. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me fix this for you. So thank you so much for putting up with me. I'm sure this is going to be at least an hour long, quite a long video, but I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad this is my first video back. I hope you stick around and subscribe. My channel usually is like lifestyle, makeup, mostly fashion. So if that piques your interest, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. Thank you all for your sweet messages. They meant a lot to me, and I will see all of you in my next video, hopefully feeling a lot more better, a lot more energy, maybe a fashion video, who knows, but I will see all of you beautiful people in my next video. Bye guys.